The lights dim, the crowd murmurs with anticipation, and an air of mystery fills the room. Every eye in the theater locks on the stage as a young woman, barely more than a silhouette under the spotlight, steps forward. Her hands tremble slightly as she adjusts the microphone. There's no elaborate costume, no glitter, no pretense. Just her. The judges lean forward, curiosity replacing expectation. The audience grows silent. Nobody knows what to expect. And then, she begins to sing. Welcome back to our channel, where we bring you the most unforgettable moments from the world's biggest stages. Tonight, we're diving into one of Britain's Got Talent's most emotional, soul-stirring performances, one that silenced every critic and left the world in awe. Her voice wasn't just powerful, it was haunting. It wasn't about perfection, it was about truth. This is the story of a woman whose song became a moment that no one could ever forget. When she first walked on stage, there was a ripple of uncertainty. The crowd, accustomed to confident performers, didn't know what to make of her quiet demeanor. She smiled nervously at Simon Cowell, who studied her with that trademark unreadable look, part skepticism, part curiosity. Amanda leaned slightly forward, her kind eyes filled with encouragement. Alicia offered a reassuring smile. Even David seemed intrigued. Simon asked her name. She answered softly. Her voice barely carried across the theater. She told them she had always loved music but had struggled to find the courage to perform publicly. Music was her escape, her only constant through hardship. There was something about the way she spoke that immediately drew empathy. Yet still, the question lingered in the air, could she actually deliver? As the music started, she closed her eyes. A single piano note filled the room. The first words that came out of her mouth were almost a whisper, but that whisper carried power, trembling, raw, filled with emotion that couldn't be faked. The sound was unlike anything the audience expected. Her tone was haunting, ethereal, as though time stopped for a moment. The judges' expressions changed instantly. Simon's eyes lifted, Amanda's lips parted, and the audience grew utterly still. There are performances that impress. And then there are performances that touch something deeper, something spiritual. This was the latter. Each lyric felt like a confession, a plea, a story of pain and resilience woven into every breath she took. Her voice carried heartbreak, but also hope. It was fragile and yet unbelievably strong. By the time she reached the chorus, you could feel the entire theater vibrating with emotion. Her voice soared, then fell into silence so complete it felt sacred. People forgot to clap between verses. The audience wasn't just watching, they were feeling. Even Simon Cowell, often the harshest of critics, sat perfectly still, his expression softening into something rare, admiration.